Hey everyone, glad to be here. I'm Sam and I'm gonna tell you how to build a remote development team in 3 days. It might sound crazy for some people, but I have built a process over the last few years that I've honed and I'm gonna show you this right now. So why listen to me? Forget about credentials. Honestly, I don't care about them. Let's look at what I've done and how I can help you. I've personally hired over 200 remote workers. I've interviewed over 1,000 engineers over the last 15 years. I've built teams successfully in a matter of days. And this is the first time I'm giving this talk. I'm really excited, a bit nervous, more a bit later about the openness part, which I just demonstrated. So I've broken this into 3 days. The first day, the first 4 hours, you need to get clear on what you want. So the first question you need to ask yourself, why are we building this team? Because having extreme clarity will help you move faster. You will be able to tell who's a good fit, who's not for your remote team. Then you need to ask yourself, what do we want to build exactly? So start by writing an initial requirements document. Even if you don't know exactly what you're gonna build, just write something, because when you send it to people you're gonna hire, they look at you differently. They'd be wowed. This person knows what they want. Then I would like to work with them. Second thing you need to do is go for the minimum requirements possible. Like, think of it as a sort of an MVP. So why is that important? Because it helps you deliver results faster and it helps keep stakeholders happy. The next 2 hours in the first day, identify relevant skills. Ask yourself, what are the minimum talent that you need in order to make the project a success? And focus on reducing the number of people involved, because you want to create a proper synergy as a start so that they get productive and later on you can add more people. So, for example, instead of having one back end and one front end, you would have one full stack dev, or one Android and one iOS developer, you would have just one Flutter developer. And hire people who are already familiar with Scrum or your favorite development methodology, because they will be more productive faster, instead of you having to teach them how your system works, how your processes, and all of that. The last task on the first day is to write selective job descriptions. By selective, I mean it speaks directly to the talent you want to attract. So think, who would want to read this and say, yes, I want to work with these people? So write that, write emotionally. So for example, if you want someone who's very motivated and hungry, you would say something like, we want somebody who is really hungry. Is it you? Are you looking for the next startup to work with that will change the world, that will create impact, that will blah, blah, blah. So focus on whatever your ideal talent would want, and be very clear about what you want them to do. No sugarcoating. So if you need, let's say, a senior Java developer, say senior Java developer with 10 years of experience minimum, and like no exceptions, something like that. So that will weed out the talent that you do not want, and will attract the right people like a magnet. I've tried this over and over and over. I get less applicants, but more qualified applicants. That will save you lots of time as you go. On the second day, you need to start scouting for hungry talent. So what do I mean by hungry talent? I mean people who are very fit for your role, and they are willing to start right now and they want to work. So here are 4 marketplaces I personally use to scout for talent. First of all, Upwork. Upwork has gotten a bad reputation because it's got lots of low quality applicants, but it has also got lots of hidden gems. What I personally look for is new profiles, people who wrote amazing cover letters. Of course, I look at all the generic stuff like reviews and all of that, but I would look for hidden gems, because you can find them there, and they're really open and can get started really fast. FreeUp is the lesser known marketplace, but the advantage there is that it's pre-vetted and there's no application and shortlisting process. So you just post your job, you are sent 3 candidates you have to choose from. You just interview and choose. They do all the groundwork for you. I found it was really great for QAs, designers, but not developers. So you would find like junior developers, but they charge really high for these developers. So I personally wouldn't recommend them. LinkedIn Jobs is your third source. And personally, I would target countries with lots of freelance populations like Eastern European countries. Uh, Last time I checked, it was like you had to post one job for each country. So just to use the same job. Then there's LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which I personally use in order to find highly qualified candidates just by using the advanced search feature. Like there's lots of granular filtering capabilities that you can use. And so spend 1 hour, you'll find lots of highly qualified candidates. Reach out to them and be very clear about the salary, start date, and everything. That will save you lots of back and forth and save you lots of time. So one story that happened with me was I was contacted by a client. They needed COBOL developers with a work permit in the EU and who were willing to work inside the EU. And COBOL is like, if you know, it's a very rare language. Like it's a very old language, and new talent is not really after it. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator really helped me there. I was able to give the client around 4 interviews in 1 week. So that's the power of it. So the second part of the second day is where you conduct the video interviews. So why video? Because video is very important. It will help you create an instant connection, and it will help you assess their body language very fast. So if you don't know much about body language, just an article online will reveal lots of the basic stuff. So you would start first, they're going to ask you, how are you? So now is your opportunity to be very authentic and to break the ice. So let's say somebody asked me, how are you now? Like, I'm feeling a bit anxious because I have to deliver this talk. I'm feeling excited. And yeah, I hope you like the call. Sorry, the presentation. I really want you to like this. So now that I'm being very honest, obviously you see me in a different frame of mind. So next, after I have shared what's inside of me, I would tell them, how are you feeling? Like naturally, they would not tell you just fine. They would open up, they will feel safe, and they will just talk to you. And from there, you would build a common ground. So I would ask them, do you get anxious when you're giving talks? They would be, yeah, of course I get anxious. Yeah, but I've learned how to be better at that. And you're just maybe start talking about public speaking and connect over that topic. So now you have this connection between both of you. So they're feeling safe, they're feeling connected. Now is the time to go technical because they are more open and at ease, and you can really see the through them, not the face that is in the interview. Then I would take a look after the call ends. I would assess their skills and personality. By skills, I mean technical skills and job skills. By personality, I mean, is this someone I want to be friends with or I want to work with? And before you hire somebody, just listen to your intuition and act accordingly. So personally, I hired Bernardo, my marketing manager, a few years ago. Like he nailed the interview. He was awesome. He had the credentials, he had everything, but something inside of me was telling me not to hire him. But I did hire him anyway because he was really good. So what happened is that he didn't deliver. I wasted time, I wasted money, and like things did not go as expected. And since then, I'm trusting my intuition, and it always works. The third day is where you conduct the onboarding and the kickoff. So start by adding the team members to your internal tools like Slack, Jira, Google Apps, or any other tools you use. Then kick off the project and build rapport over an initial call. Personally, I use range.go. The icebreakers sections is awesome. So if you don't know Range, it's a tool that helps you create agendas for meetings. And I use it personally to go through lots of stuff and just ensure we have covered everything. Start by using Scrum, at least initially for the team, because you want them to learn how to plan sprints together. You want them to meet daily so they can build reports through the daily scrums. So I find it's a great framework for getting the team to work cohesively. Then start your first sprint, then rinse and repeat. And we're done. I'm not sure I took the 15 minutes, but I think I covered a lot. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you need the templates or checklists, I have a lot that I use personally, like for the requirements document, for job description templates, all of that. We can connect on LinkedIn, and that's my email, sam@staggeringROI.com. Thank you.